Hello, this is Optimus, and today I'm going to be reviewing Colonel Jessep's game as Cheston. He asked me to review, and I kindly agreed. Just gotta make this sound a bit quieter. So, Cheston is, well, next to Veteran, the most important class in a proper 5v5 lineup because he can heal, and pretty much no other class except defenders can heal, but he can heal in bursts. And like, for example, if you're on fire, sometimes you can't overheal fire. You can't like heal more than fire damages you, and well, Cheston can save you in that case. And well, it's a massive burst, it's a massive increase to team's overall health pool. It's great. I don't know what the hero upgrades, but I tend to upgrade both barrel and roar in priority, and then just level 5, 6 upgrade defensive passive. Defensive passive usually comes next. I don't see much reason to upgrade rampage because it only increases damage. It's still a travel tool, and the travel function doesn't get better. So yeah, in early phases, Cheston is the guy who stays up front and shoots people and tosses barrels that set people on fire, forcing them to retreat, making it harder to heal. You can stay quite safely up front because you have self-heal. The only thing you have to watch out for are veterans. Yeah, what Jessep did that was a mistake. Like, I do that sometimes. I know some people do that. Throwing barrels very close. You want to avoid that at all times because it damages both you and your victim, and you don't really want to damage you. Especially since it's the damage that doesn't build juice. The other thing that I should mention is the barrel collides with ejector pads. If you try to roll it across the floor, it will collide with the ejector pad and explode. You can use it to your advantage sometimes to hit people standing right in the middle of the bridge without aiming, like at the wall. Oh, he got a head grab. But no, level 1 bomb not gonna do much. Yeah, Jessep has them pushed quite far back into their base, but Cheston lacks raw firepower. It's just blatantly common kill, like, for example, Carl has. That ain't gonna get wrong out. Yeah, veterans and sparks. Those are the two ones that are most likely to. Yeah, you saw the barrel just exploded in their Jessep pad. So yeah, spark and veteran are the two guys that most likely will ring you out. Cheston is really easy to play. You just shoot. You have only one weapon. You use duels just to travel with the lunge, and all the other time you use your gun. So you just switch to duels to travel. You can lunge every 2 seconds, I think, for 700 units. Not much, but still very good. Yeah, you should watch for the ejectors, but if you stay on your side, they're not going to do any harm to you. Yeah, another thing Jessep's not doing here is if you see Common go toss out cats, you focus them instantly. They must go down before they are able to hit your back. Like that cat, he's supposed to shoot the cat right now, but it's not a big deal. Just shooting bots, trying not to die. Their first annihilator is in 1 minute 20 seconds. You always have to check. You don't forget. You can also look up there. If I just quickly pause, free cam, can't move. Looks slow. So you can see through the glass the annihilator status from the lanes. It's sometimes people overlook. Well, something people overlook quite frequently. Get back to Colonel Jessep. There we go. I can't unfortunately hide this thing, the replay controls, because the HUD will disappear and it will be less informative. Something the replay system has to be improved at. Again, yeah, cats. You shoot cats. If you see cats, you shoot cats. Jessep's a level above the combat girl, but the looks of it, his team not doing a very good job at keeping up with him. Since except the combat girl and Jessep, everyone died twice, and that's very stupid at 5 minutes. 6 deaths for a team. dying a few times in early game, it's bad, but it's not crucial. Yeah, when you run away as Cheston, the other thing you wanna know that like you lunge and then you rampage for 2 seconds. You jump, rampage, and let the rampage go, or something like that. So it will just travel quicker. Rampage is just quicker than walking. Cheston is also good for jungling if you want to go jump. Oh, come on, girl, just got bacon. Anyway, Annihilator time. I don't see any Jessep's teammates at the Annihilator. Not sure if V5's been pressed since replays don't record team chats. I remind people that V5 was defend the Annihilator voice command. Yeah, if he dies now, it's not his fault. His team's not there. Yeah, he doesn't die though. No, he's still dying. It's not his fault. It wasn't. I can't call it a mistake. He had to stay there. His team had to go up there. He held his ground as long as he could. Dying for the Annihilator is a bad thing, but if you die in a team fight, if you die just because your team doesn't come up there, it can't be called a mistake really. Spawning bots. Yeah, he decided not to. His money for it, but if the Annihilator is about to go off, don't spawn bots. Spawning bots is good when the Annihilator just went off for both teams, because for the attacking team it makes a bigger push, and for the defending team it makes some bots to stay behind. Also, scramblers prevent chases from using their abilities. For example, if a scrambler starts sucking an assault, he can't charge, he can't fly. If scramblers start sucking a veteran or Cheston, they can't lunge. So Jessep's just trying to fight people. He's not really overextending. He's doing alright at that part. You see him, he's not really... Yeah, the Annihilator's just been lost. So it's time to go back. He shouldn't die right now. Scumber girl. Yeah, she juiced. She's alright. Everyone has a lot of HP. One other pro tip. As Cheston, try to go for churros. I'm not sure if Jessep levels up Roar as one of his priorities, but as Cheston, especially as Cheston, you can roar, get a churro, and roar again, and you'll get massive health boost. With the barrel, thing about barrel, it has huge splash. It's really easy to land. So you aim at bots and walls. You rarely aim at people, only if you really have to, like guys fleeing at no HP, far range, through open ground. That happens very rarely. You should still try to catch people with walls. Don't know what's happening on the right lane, but yeah, Jessep's holding left lane. Left lane's been pushed further. Usually after the Annihilator, the right turret for the defending team is lost right after, and the left turret is being contested right after the Annihilator because, well, right turret is usually the first to go down from defender's team perspective because it's up front. Jessep juices, but I can't really agree with the use of juice there. It wasn't used for a kill. Maybe because Jessep didn't hit many bullets, maybe because he went for bots. I can't quite say what he planned to do there. But as long as he didn't get any kills and he didn't escape a very dangerous situation, I see that as a waste of juice. Killing bots. Yeah, you see that his barrel again collided with the ejector pod. Well, I can't really remark anything. It's a very solid play as a Cheston. He's not overextending. I don't know about his aim, because the replay doesn't have a crosshair and it's also lag compensated. Yep, turret. He just assisted the turret with a kill. So, except aim, I don't know. I don't know what else to do. He's not overextending. If I would play Cheston, I would go more aggressive. I tend to die as Cheston. It's like I die much more than I die with other classes because I tend to go in, roar, rampage around, just grapple people, wait for my teammates to come in. Oh, and sometimes especially if I play with someone on Mumble, teammates usually come in. It's like a reverse pattern. You don't pull people to you, but you reach people very quickly. Yeah, I'm sure Jessep didn't have roar. He would have saved that combo goal otherwise, but the tank went down, so it's all good. Spark might die right now. Yeah, as can clearly be seen, the assault, tank and gunner on Iceman are not doing very good job at all of keeping up. Usually if I catch airstrikes I avoid them. If a support throws out a fire base right in front of you, it's better to just kill it. You'll save time. Especially if you're not planning on getting the support. A barrel can go into bots, and yep, that's what he's done. He's trying to save the combat girl, I think. Doesn't have raw. Yeah, Jessep, if I was you, I'd prioritize raw and barrel. Sometimes if your team's losing, then raw. If your team's not losing but winning, then barrel. Well, along with offensive, of course. Your main damage, your main like most useful thing you do is not raw damage. It's more the nuking with barrels, taking off bunch like chunks of health. I believe that's the right word. And healing teammates, sustaining their presence in the lane. That's how the Cheston was planned. Something that sustains a push. It was said by developers. Yeah, taking ejectors is always a good thing, especially after the first Annihilator where you can spare some money. Yeah, Spark just did some hits and teleported before Jessep managed to reload. Here he's doing right, he's focusing the firebase. Firebase is down. I think it's a bit laggy for Jessep because the shots look off and he just tossed the barrel with the delay. It might be a West Coast server, but it's not a big deal. Ping's not a big issue in SMNC. Unless it's like over some crazy value like 300 or 400. Jessep hasn't got any kills yet, but he has 2 assists. And those 2 assists were well earned. Currently, yeah, this is tank. Soul died again. This support should go down right now. Exactly what happens. Nice barrel from Jessep. Nice direct hit with the barrel. I see that Cumber Girl is doing alright. Very alright. She's dying a bit. But I don't think Jessep and the Cumber Girl have voice comms. From all the HK guys I've seen on the buyback come to us. So yeah, it's hard to coordinate your roars with your healer if you don't have voice chat. Voice chat is extremely important for proper play in a 70. I can't stress that enough. Jessep's kind of lost what to do now. Defending the left lane is the right thing to do. Because most of the enemies are there and the lane's been pushed. Take the ejector. Great. Second Annihilator is... yeah, it's up now. It's up for about a minute. Yeah, Jessep missed it. Another mistake. You should never miss Annihilators. Mid-game Annihilator is not important to the first one. You see, like, just because of the first Annihilator, the enemy team been fighting in the Iceman base for half of the match. Just because of the first Annihilator. It's very important. They had the jungle all to themselves. And they have... yeah, in general, higher levels, like 1 level higher on average. It always happens. Well, it's always what's happening. Mid-game Annihilators are not that important because pros are strong enough to repel bots. There was a blackjack shooting at Jessep from up top, but he apparently decided to ignore him or just didn't notice. Yeah, he can't lunge when being sacked by a scrambler. Whenever scramblers come into your range, you should ignore whatever you've been doing and start shooting them. Yeah, the assault died again. Common Girl died in an unknown way. Some people juice for bots. I don't really approve juicing for anything except like an emergency juicing for Jackbot. If Jessep didn't juice, I think he could have picked that assault over there and probably a support with a follow-up. Juice is a strong like thing to kill with because you don't have fall-off for crits. And since the patch 11, you have 100% crit chance. Jessep got grappled and airstrike. Yep, he's done. Jessep missed an airstrike. He should have lunged right side or rampaged right side. Might have saved him, but not likely. Spark would most likely be able to chase him. I don't see Jessep roar a lot, but again, it's probably because he doesn't prioritize this skill. And it wasn't high level enough to be spammable.
Iceman let loose with the
Yeah.
Annihilator.
I'm not sure how did the Iceman grab the Annihilator, the second Annihilator. Apparently, hard shots ignored it. The tank seems to be doing pretty well. I don't know how Spark got his 4 kills because new players tend to do awful with Spark. Yeah, we'll see the level of roar. I don't know why Jessep didn't roar right there. I think he still doesn't have the cooldown. Remember that your roar heals your teammates. It's very important to heal your teammates. The whole Iceman team seem to be lagging on levels behind hot shots. If you behind on levels, you should try to set up a gank on the top scoring enemy player like Tank. Purposely chasing Tank, like just lunging in and grabbing him right now from Jessep would be a proper play. Even if the teammates didn't come, the Tank would yeah, that was a bad barrel. Even if the teammates didn't come, so would be a nice move. Since if the teammates did come, eventually the Tank would have been dead and the entire Iceman team would have a lot of money. I'd chase in for a kill, but Jessep's blinded. Yeah, the tank is going to escape. Assisted on an assault right there, but assault's not scoring very well, so the kill's not worth a lot of money, especially since it's another kill stolen by a neutral bounce. I'm not sure how did it end. He end up in a lane? I think Tank knocked him off. This is a very bold move. Misses a barrel. Very dangerous. Death product takes away by 1,000 health. Okay, that was a good kill by Jessep. His team didn't assist him. I'm not sure his assault knows what he's supposed to do. Yeah, he died 9 times. Dying as assault is something you don't do a lot because you have a lot of mobility. Jessep might kill that assault. Decides to retreat. Doesn't feel very comfortable. That assault is level 11. Jessep's level 12. He has advantage, but he didn't have full health, so it was sort of a gamble. Especially with an assault teammate like that, can be unpredictable. If I was Jessep, I'd hop in a lane and try to save the combat girl with Roar. But I think something prevented him from it. Decided to shoot bots. I must emphasize that saving teammates and killing enemy players is much more important than killing bots. Unless they're like in dangerous vicinity from your turret that might go vulnerable, or your money ball that might go down. I'm not sure where he's... Oh yeah, he noticed the cat. There we go. The gunner's being killed. I help him. Spark's gonna teleport. There's no reason to chase him. It's very dangerous for Jessep right now. I'd lunge. Great lunge. Not sure why did he juice. It was sort of a bad defensive choice for juicing since he didn't regenerate much health. Regenerated like 1,000 but lost all the damage output. Could have just waited for combat girl to heal him and go back with juice. It's the third, in my opinion, waste to juice by Jessep. Oh, notices a support. Let's see if he manages. No, the ejector goes the wrong way. Unlucky. Unlucky. Support juices might be an opportunity to pick. I'd grapple him right now. Yep, Jessep decides the same. He's trying to grapple, but yeah, apparently it's Vasco, so I Jessep mentioned the mumble there. Or low ping, well, bad ping grapples due to Cheston. I don't know why did his tank go into the enemy base with no health. Jessep tries to heal him, but that's a tank. That's not gonna heal him by much. There's a Cheeky. Cheeky's been buffed. Iceman might try to kill the Cheeky, at least for some. Trying to catch up. I'd grapple the Cheeky. After the last update, I'd lunge in and grapple the Cheeky if I was Jessep. It's not a great thing, but if the enemy team ignores it, every little bit helps. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, barrel that goes nowhere, but I can't blame Jessep for bad barrels because bad ping is really messing up. The tank, same level as Jessep. Tank doesn't have as much DPS, and as much survivability. Should go down, especially with help of teammates.
Just pissing me off.
Yeah, he gets charged. Gets charged and burned by apparently low ping jet gun. Very deadly thing. This bug's gonna go down. Nice, nice. He killed him. Killed him eventually. That looked like a kill behind the wall, but I mind you, the demos are not lag compensated. Tank should go down. Yep, nice, very nice. It's going quite good. Jessep's catching up. His team's not so much. He seems still lagging behind. Keeps dying to random things. Annihilator time. I think it's the third Annihilator though. But this time it's supposed to be fourth if they were taken instantly when they go up. Annihilator comes up every 5 minutes starting minute 6. But yeah, the hard shots are not that stupid. The Spark Sim is quite capable. He's not gonna kill Jessep, but he's gonna stop him from taking the Annihilator for a very long period. Enough for hard shots to come in. The proper way would be to Rampage. Rampage still knocks. Yeah, Jessem's gonna die, but again, it's not his fault. None of his teammates were up there, so it's very understandable to die for it. His money ball's about to get breached. Yeah, it's the late game Annihilator. Everyone is higher than level 12. I consider that a late game. And Jessep takes an awful lot to respawn. Money ball should go down in this period. Rocket turret will die. Rampage has not knockback, so if the enemy's taking the Annihilator, it might be it's better than grapple because it doesn't set Cheston in much danger. Especially if you're like going in a bunch of enemies, you can just Rampage in and lunge out quite safely. At this point, Cheston is doing his best. He's keeping up with the levels. He's actually 2 levels above the 3 players in the hotshot team and 1 level above the combat girl. He's a lot of levels. Yeah, he's 2 levels above his combat girl. No, he's 4 levels above his combat girl. She seems to be healing a lot. She seems to be understanding what she's doing, but not doing it very well. It will come with experience. But the gunner, the sword, and the tank, they seem really clueless. I can blame Assault and Tank for their deaths. I can't really blame Gunner. I can blame him for not killing anyone in the entire game. Yeah, and dying again. I can't blame Combat Girl for dying though. Combat Girl doesn't have any escape mechanisms, and if this game's going bad. I think Jessep has enough money to go buy juice right now. I would do that if I was him. Buying juice right now and just focusing down at least 2 Jankbots in a row. That's a proper play. Kills this Jackbot, but it's not gonna save. It's just a long downfall. Jackbots are getting spawned both lanes, while Icemen don't have Jackbots. If Jackbots start coming, it's best to have like 2 heavy hitters like Cheston, Gunner, and Tank like Juice, and just juicing them because they take too long to kill. Even if the entire team focuses them, it takes good 10-15 seconds. Even more if the enemy, if the team is a bit clueless and low level. And you really don't have that time. I personally think that Jaguars are way too tough and way too dangerous. Well, not dangerous enough to players, but way too tough. Take way too long to kill. Support juices. Jessep doesn't have juice. If anything can save them, it's juice, but he's not gonna buy it. It's okay. Such thoughts. It's the more advanced tactics. It's something you realize later when you play this game a lot.
That's it. I've had it.
Juice, especially if you have money, you don't have nothing to spend the money on. Juice gives you an immediate and very good advantage. Yeah, Jessep can't manage to grapple the tank there because of lag. So if you feel yourself in a pickle, you should always buy juice. Yeah, GG. Well played by Jessep. Very solid Cheston play. Some mistakes. I can't call them crucial mistakes. Cheston is a very good pro. That was definitely a good pick in this situation. But it's the, I wouldn't call Hotshot's very skilled team, but they definitely didn't have such clueless players as Iceman, and they didn't do as many mistakes. You can see the tank did pretty well. Combat Girl held her own. The Spark, you've seen Spark grapple Jessep from the Annihilator, so was just outplayed. So it was up to Moose. Come to thread. I'd say like and favourite and subscribe, but these are private videos, so no one's going to check them anyway. So yeah, till the next time.